No, I'm all right.
You can hold them all.
Nah.
So how would you describe how things went for you personally during Saturday's scrimmage?
I think the whole offense played pretty well. Not very many turnovers, and I think we had a good day competing.
How'd the offensive line hold up?
Pretty well. I think the whole offense played well, to be honest. I think the wide receivers blocked well, they caught well, and running backs ran well. I think that we all played as one.
Yeah, when you have so many seniors, having 4 or 5 wide receivers out there, they're seniors, how much comfort does that bring as a quarterback, knowing, all right, if they're supposed to go to a spot, they're going to get there, and I can trust them?
Oh, definitely works in a lot of trust. I've known these guys for a long time. Most of them are in my class. There's some younger guys that are absolutely doing a great job. And just being able to be on the same page, watch the film of practice from previous days, just be able to get on the same page is really meaning a lot.
How important is that as a quarterback to know things like, all right, 3rd down and 6, like, I'm going to throw it to the sticks, and I know he's going to be there. I mean, as a quarterback, especially at the SEC level, I mean, that's something that you kind of have to feel with your wide receivers.
Yeah, it's definitely very big. We have a lot of option routes, and there's a lot of down distances we need to be able to connect on, and being able to have smart guys on the outside really means a lot to the whole offense.
A couple of your receivers that were in here have praised your leadership and that you're being more vocal and you've taken on a kind of a different role this spring. Do you feel that you're a different leader this spring than you've been in the past?
I definitely feel more comfortable with the people around me. I think the coaching staff has definitely allowed me to be that leader that I wanted to be, and being able to have a bunch of leaders on the team also helps. I think that a lot of guys are leading in their own way, and with me being able to be a leader into other quarterbacks as well, it's definitely helping.
What have you focused on in leadership? Is it just simply being more vocal? Is it being more available to your teammates? What have you focused on to be a better leader?
We talk about as a team just being able to get to know one another, and I think that's the best way to be a leader. You just got to be able to get around these guys, get to know what really irks them, really their background, and then you kind of understand how you want to talk to them on the field, how you want to coach them up.
How do you foster a bigger voice as you become a more experienced guy on this team?
I think playing helps, so I think the different years that I played definitely allows maturity and allows me to step up more. And I think that just being able to speak up during practice and being able to be vocal helps a lot with the other guys.
Jared, when you were younger, when you were thinking about playing on this level and being a star and all those dreams are going through your mind, was being a leader and maybe the guy part of what you aspired to be?
Yeah, definitely. I always wanted to be a leader. I think growing up it was always natural, just being the best player on the team or so, whatever, you just naturally the leader. I think that I had to come into a different role and absolutely be more vocal and be more adamant about certain things. And I think that as time goes on, I'm definitely developing into a better one. I think there's a long ways to go, but I can definitely do better.
You said you talked about feeling more comfortable. What explains the better comfort level this year?
With leadership or
just with yourself as a quarterback?
I think just going off to the offseason, I think that the whole offense got in a lot of work, along with myself, the quarterbacks, all those type of things. I think that we were able to work on certain things that we want to fix from last year, and that allows for more comfortable. And I think that the way we're being taught by our coaches allows us to be more comfortable on the field.
This is a few weeks now you've had with this new staff now. Just how do you feel about this staff versus maybe what you've been working with in the past?
I think this staff is great. I think that just everything that we're doing, just whether it's Coach Chaney, Coach WIVK, Coach T, all offensive coaches, I think we're on the same page here, and I think that we're all working for the same common goal.
Before we took the field this spring, you kind of talked about some of the quote-unquote answers in Jim's offense and what you've kind of seen from that schematically. Now that you guys have, had 10 practices or so in a scrimmage, how have you seen that maybe translate, going up against the defense and kind of what Jeremy's throwing at you guys?
It's definitely helping a lot. I think that a lot of guys are kind of finding the answers, and they are finding what they want from the coaches and what they want the coaches to do. And I think that we're absolutely on the same page. So I think that as time goes on, there's going to be a lot more things that we get done. I think there's still a lot more plays to be implemented in the offense, so that's really about it. But as time goes on, I think that we're going to be a better offense.
You had mentioned
D'Angelo Gibbs on offense rather than throw passes and him in coverage?
No, I think Nigel got the handle on that one.
You had mentioned that you have a little bit more responsibility now. As far as at the line of scrimmage, when you guys, now that you went through a scrimmage setting, how did you handle that extra responsibility, maybe off line checks, things like that in that team setting?
I know the whole quarterback group definitely enjoys it. I think that as time goes on, we're going to be more comfortable with our different checks and just being able to be on the same page with the offensive line and all the skill players. That really means a lot for the whole offensive, what's the word? Just opposition. So really just in that whole general statement, I just think that being able to be in control just allows everybody to know what they got to do.
So how much do you think being a quarterback who's kind of proved you can take a hit has sort of helped people listen to you, your leadership skills? I mean, is that, because some quarterbacks, they don't take hits very well, and I think you've proved that you can take plenty of them. How much do you think that's helped guys, listen to you?
I think that football is a game of physical toughness and mental toughness, so I definitely think that those type of things and going through those type of things have helped me become a better leader.
What kind of potential do you see in JT and Brian?
A lot. I think they're going to be great players, and I think that they have a bright future, both of them.
Jarrett, pardon me if that's new. I don't know if that's new or not. That was Lion King?
Yeah. I've had this for a long time, but yeah, this is a Lion King tattoo.
What does it say on the top of it now?
Remember who you are.
What caused is it just a favorite movie of yours?
Favorite movie. My sister always loved that movie, but remember who you are. Just in times of stress, in times of those type of things, don't revert to being someone that you're not. So,
one more for Jarrett.
Coach Cheney mentioned, how tough it must be for you having gone through all the offensive coordinators that you've gone through, and even used sort of the comparison of Jonathan Crompton and how they were able, to help him out when he went through the same situation. How much has he talked to you about, Jonathan specifically, and maybe other quarterbacks that he's worked with in a similar situation?
We've talked a lot about his quarterbacks in the past. I think that Coach Cheney is always bringing me to the side and talking about certain things. I think we have a great relationship, even though it just started maybe 2 or 3 months ago, but I think that he's definitely a great asset to the team, and I really enjoy having him around. He's a great dude, funny, and he's definitely a great coach.
Thanks, Jerry.
Remember who you are.